over here on investorshangout.com. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now and see what has been going on. Looks like we've went through this many times as always with a lot of these hot stocks. Back here, it could run right here. That volume came in, as I said, and then we look at 27th and 17th. So the last time we went over this one, Joe, so you know, it's going to be on the 27th. And I said, where are we at? Let me look at right here. Okay, where that red line is, on that day I said 19 needs to hold and move. You need the buying pressure. All right, the buying pressure had to get through that 20-day simple moving average, which you see there at the 20, and it couldn't do so. Now you're dropping down. Pop that line up. All right, so for whoever brought us this one, I like what I see. I really do. Is you know, things set up. I want to put up multiple lines. Okay, I'm not going to need right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this chart as I was setting up everything so I can make sure I give you guys as accurate analysis as possible. So now that we're zoomed in, you can see what's going on here. You're at 18 cents right now. You guys could not make it through there. You guys had a little bit of a rally the last 2 days on light volume. You can see down here in the RSI and that volume bars just dropped off. The volume dropped off as it kept going. That's going to show you a sign of weakness, in my personal opinion. What you're going to be watching for now is a bounce off this area and the 18 to hold. If 18 does not hold, if the buying doesn't let up, and if the selling does not let up and the buying doesn't return, you could start tapping down to the 16 area. But right now, as far as the chart goes, you're starting to set up right now. What do I mean by setup? Well, everything's starting to get tight together. The volatility with this is starting to weaken, which is good, right? Because now you're starting to get inside of a channel right now that I believe that you're at the bottom of, and you're sitting at like I said, a really nice area. Watch for the buying to start picking up tomorrow, to start pulling you inside of that band. If it doesn't pick up tomorrow, possibly the next day, but I personally believe tomorrow. What you're going to need is that 18 to blow you past the 1920 area. Once you get past the 20 area, you can move much, much higher. So I personally think that it might be getting ready for a bounce right here. I really do. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that into here. And hopefully Joe can take over and tell us a little bit about if there was any updates since it.
See, I don't remember if I went over it with you on that day or not. So their latest press release was on January 27th. It was Immune Pharmaceuticals appoints new chairman of the board of directors. So on January 27th, Immune Pharmaceuticals announced that it has appointed Ranch C. Kimball, a highly regarded executive in healthcare, government, and private equity, as chairman of the board of directors. Mr. Kimball's appointment brings a substantial wealth of experience, which he will leverage to strategically raise Immune's profile for its recent reorganization. Daniel Casado, Immune's previous chairman, will continue to remain as a director. So a little about Mr. Kimball. Let's see, he was the CEO of Joslin Diabetes Center, a world-renowned institution affiliated with Harvard Medical School, and one of only 11 NIH-designated diabetes research centers in the U.S. Mr. Kimball was Secretary of Economic Development for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, where he was responsible for managing 22 state agencies and 2,350 employees. One of his responsibilities was overseeing health insurance regulation. While secretary, he was a key leader in the state's landmark healthcare reform, Romneycare. Mr. Kimball was named the Outstanding State Executive nationally from Bio. Mr. Kimball also co-chaired several health initiatives for the Massachusetts State Legislature and the Boston Foundation. His experience makes him ideally suited to help Immune navigate the evolving government and payer landscape that the biotech industry faces. So that's a little bit about him. So I mean that's always good. You figure this thing's what? It's traded at 18 cents right now. It's on the NASDAQ, right? Yeah, so it's on the NASDAQ. So obviously it needs to get up over $1. Let me see if there's any filings in regards to that. If they've received anything. Can you pull back up the chart again, dude? Yeah, that's right there. It's like somebody initiating coverage on it. So there's an 8K on February 3rd. 42.4B5. Let's see. I'm going right for the 4 over here. The Form 4. Yeah, buy. All right, so he came in and he just bought shares. Obviously, that's always a good sign right there too. So he believes in it enough to buy. How many shares did he buy? 1,800,000 shares that he bought. There's a code V. Yeah, so I mean, I would definitely do more research on this. And if you're interested in the company and the potential that it possibly has, you can go over to Investors Hangout. You can check out all their filings, recent news, financials, the company profile. And as always, if you have any opinions, share it over on the message board where there's within the site there we have like tens of thousands of people coming there daily. So there's obviously people looking for investments throughout the world, and this is a great place to do it.
All right, thank you. So again, real quick off of this chart, watch for support at the 18. Could bounce nice off this level if buying returns. Let me go ahead and add that S in there. Needs to break 19, then it'll move quick, in my opinion. Large support at 16. Keep an eye on this one. Could be setting up possibly for a move. IMNP, if you follow this one, make sure you subscribe. Stay up to date with all the videos that we put out daily. And if you would like to request another stock, you can do so by going over to investorshangout.com/live and let us know what you're watching and what you think, and we'll be sure to cover that one